Welcome back to Dukascopy TV. Today we're talking Mexico as an emerging market. I'm joined in the studio once again by Erik Bjertnes. Erik, thank you so much for joining me here.
Welcome, it's nice to be here.
Now, how does Mexico compare to other emerging markets? Because many people say because it's not as developed as, say, Brazil or Argentina, that it's more protected against China as well as Europe.
Well, I think there's a big difference between rich and poor in Mexico, but it's a very rich country because it has resources, a tremendous number of different resources. It exports a lot of oil, and oil is 1/3 of its income. Then there's so many other resources like silver. Silver is it's the largest producer of silver in the world. It has Pacific ports and Atlantic ports, so it's very economical to transport from there to China compared to South America and also to Europe.
I see. And how affected is Mexico by what goes on in the US economically?
Good question. There's NAFTA. Mexico is part of NAFTA along with the United States and Canada. Mexico has a big GDP. It's about 1.5 trillion according to the World Bank. And they are producing a lot of things rather cheaply, like cars and many other consumer products. The richest man in the world is also Mexican. His name is Carlos Slim, well known to the world. He made his fortune on telecommunications. And as far as NAFTA and the relations between Mexico and US is concerned, United States is Mexico's biggest trading partner.
I see. And you were talking before about silver, and you said that silver is, really, really well populated from Mexico. And what other commodities are produced from Mexico, and how important are these commodities?
Well, apart from oil, silver is the second largest resource produced. And then you have iron ore, copper, lead. And where you have copper and lead, you often find zinc. So zinc is another important product from Mexico. Iron ore is exported, and so is copper and lead, but there's a big local consumption as well. Zinc is used in the car industry for galvanization, and it's also used in health, but as far as Mexico is concerned, they use it for galvanization of the car industry. And then, of course, there are the exports to pharmaceutical companies and to other countries.
And would you recommend people to invest in Mexico?
Yes, I would, in fact, in resources in Mexico. Another thing is that the peso is convertible, unlike some other resource countries. So that is an added incentive. So if you invest in Mexico and you want to get your foreign exchange back or pesos back, no problem.
I see. Perfect. Erik, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your insights with us. Well, lastly,
yes, you're welcome.
We're going to go on to our Dukascopy question.
Yes.
So we ask every guest that comes into the studio, if you had $1 million to invest in the market for just 1 year, where would you put it and why? So we're going to go take a look at your options here.
Well, I think I would put in equities, because then I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. As far as equities, I would invest more in resource countries that have convertible currencies, and of course in US dollars, because that's a universal currency. They're all over. I think Australia, Canada, Norway, and Mexico are the key resource countries that I would invest in.
Thank you very much, Erik, for coming into the studio once again to talk to us. Welcome,
Jennifer. Thank you for inviting me.
That's all from us here in the studio, but click back to the website for more interviews and updates. Take care.